Currently, I'm a crypto enthusiast, but previously, some people look at me as that person that grew up in very unfortunate circumstances. That's their view of me. But for myself, I'm a very, very, very proud ghetto child. A very proud one.
What do you mean by ghetto child?
Ghetto child is someone that grew up in a ghetto, in a slum, in a shanty town. But instead of feeling bad about it, I'm proud of it because it made me who I am today.
Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me today. Well, to anyone who's new, I am Ndalenga, the founder of There Is Still Hope. This is a place where we are encouraged to move away from past sorrows and embrace a meaningful life. To my subscribers, thank you for joining me. There Is Still Hope has two wings to it. Different episodes on faith, hope, personal development, and mental health. And another part of it is bringing you stories of different people who are bold enough to come out and say, look, this is my journey. This is where I have been. This is what I have gone through, and this is where I am today. It is not to say we have reached, but literally to tell you that this has been my journey full of obstacles, but I did not allow it to define. I'll be joined by Sonda Haluka. She is this and so much more. An author of a book called .com Lifestyle, and apart from that, she has high passion for business and electronic technician by profession.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. My name is Sonda Haluka. I'm an award-winning crypto enthusiast and also an electronic technician by profession. I've won many trips in the crypto space. I've won a trip to Singapore, I've won a trip to Dubai, etc., etc.
Well, Sonda, thank you so much for joining me and thank you for accepting my invitation to There Is Still Hope.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Okay, let's get started. I know you as a hardworking lady. I know you as a ghetto child. That's your story. That has always been your story, and a very inspiring one. And I'm actually very glad to have you share your story today with my viewers. If somebody has to ask, who is Sonda? What would you say?
There's the current Sonda, there's the before Sonda, and there's the Sonda that is still coming. Currently, I'm a crypto enthusiast, but previously, some people look at me as that person that grew up in very unfortunate circumstances. That's their view of me. But for myself, I'm a very, very, very proud ghetto child. A very proud one.
What do you mean by ghetto child?
Ghetto child is someone that grew up in a ghetto, in a slum, in a shanty town. But instead of feeling bad about it, I'm proud of it because it made me who I am today.
You previously said that you are a ghetto girl, like you grew up in the ghetto. Did you allow that to define you in some way?
Not at all, because my opinion is that some people, when they see people living in ghettos, they think the people there are probably sad and they're not having a moment of their lives. I was very happy living in a ghetto because I have not seen better. This is not where I'm going to end. Yes. So I knew that if I start from here, there's still a future for me. So that did not deter me in any way.
How was growing up for you?
Growing up, I grew up with my stepfather, and he was a wonderful man, and he took care of me because I've actually never seen my biological dad. He passed away when I was very young, and my father took the part to take care of me. He was working. he was actually earning very little, but he managed to support the house. And my mom was a businesswoman, so she used to sell kapana and meat to support us. That's how we were growing up. I wonder what would have happened if we were not given the circumstances in which we grew up, because that motivated me to work even harder. Growing up, I remember there was a time I used to do hair and I bought my own school uniform. There was a time that when I was doing hair, I used to sponsor kids at school. I used to buy them clothes. So it was tough, but I did something in order to support myself at a very young age and to support others. My very first job was when I was in grade 10. Grade 10 holiday, I went to the store and I told the shop owner in my uniform, I'm looking for a job because I wanted to make my life better. That was my first job. But then because I was in grade 10, I was not really that good. I was not even given the teller's job. I was given the job just to clean the floors. And I did it very well. Just for him to discover that this girl right here is the best student in grade 10 in her school, and he was very surprised. And because of the same environment also, when I went to my grade 12, I also called all the shops you can think of in Karibib, and I forced them that I want a job, and I got the job. That was how the environment forced me to push and look for ways to make my life better while growing up.
Wow, it's standing out for me that you're not only a hard worker, you are also a go-getter. If I listened to you carefully, you said your mother was a businesswoman. Would you say that's where you got your working ethics from?
Yes, that's where I got my working ethics from, because before that, before working in grade 10, etc., at home I was known as the best meat marketer in Karibib.
Wow.
So each and every day after school, I would carry the basket with meat inside and then I would sell. So I had loyal customers. Hi to my customers if you guys are watching, that would always buy from me each and every day after school. I would go and sell. My mom would slaughter the whole cattle and everything will be sold by me on my head. I sold the meat so well, such that just from carrying the basket, my hair here was literally gone. Just so that's where I learned my work ethic selling, and then of course when I started working.
Wow. So how did you manage with all of that, the business, the selling of the meat and all that, and your school?
How I managed at school, my secret strategies. I listen very well. I'm a good listener. And when I listen, when I go home afterwards, I go sell the meat, and when it's time to study, it's just revision for 1 hour because I was listening already very carefully in class. That's how I managed the whole business thing and school.
So you actually understood your situation and you just put mechanisms in place to make sure that you don't miss out.
I think many people do not succeed because they have many options. I didn't have an option. I had 2 options, okay? I had an option to go to school, the next option was to sell, and the other option was to study. There was no other option. There's no boyfriends, there's no going to clubs, there's no nothing at all. Because if I was gonna go to the club, my mom, my parents, the sort that will come to the club and pull you out while your friends are watching. So I didn't have any other option but to do this. That's why I did it.
But how did you feel? Like every other person was going to the clubs, every other person was finding something fun to engage in, but for you it was business and it was school and it was all books and all that. How did you feel? Did you feel left out?
I did not feel left out because I knew there was just no little chance, not even a little chance for me to make it or for me to go to the club. I remember when I first got just a guy that wrote me a letter and my mom found the letter. I was in grade 10. My mom beat me, as in beat me, and she took me to the police station and she told the police officers that this is my daughter and my daughter here, there's a guy that wrote her a letter. This is a true story. And the police officer said, my girl, there's 2 things that you can get from a guy. sickness, and a baby. Which one do you want? I said I want books. From that day onwards, no more letters for me from guys. When they send me letters, before I even read it, I tear the letter because I was beaten. So my parents were very strict. Not my dad,
This
but
is Sanda Haluka, and she is busy telling us her journey of life. It's quite an interesting journey, and it's also inspiring at the same time. Please stay tuned. Would you say growing up was hard for you?
Not at all, because it was just a normal childhood. When you look at yourself and you look at the neighbors, the other kids are just like yourself. So it's not difficult. It was pretty easy and simple, I think, because you are in that circumstance and you have not seen better.
Didn't think there was something unusual about it.
No, I didn't think there was something unusual about it. Although when you become older now, you see that some people actually have it better.
Tell us about your early days in school, your primary school days.
Primary school was in Karibib, and it was pretty much fun. And I used to tease my classmates that you guys, I'm gonna study with a candle. I'm gonna beat you guys, and I did it. So it was fun, exciting, and I learned a lot during primary school. Actually, I learned that if you listen once in class, that was my secret formula. If you listen once, then when you are going to study, you're just going to do revision. You don't even need to focus that much.
Okay. After primary school, you went on to secondary school. Were you also in Karibib for that?
After primary school, I went to Sokopmund at Sokopmund Secondary School, and it was a new environment. I was, trying to cope the first year, but eventually the second year I managed to settle in the school properly, and I was also the best science student and the best mathematics student in grade 12.
Wow, so you were actually a smart girl.
I wouldn't say smart. I think everything was easy, and I think it depends what you sow. So if you study, you're going to pass, and if you don't study, you are not going to pass. I don't think it was really that I'm smart. It's just that I put in the work, so I got the results. I know a friend of mine here that I can't mention on camera now. She said, so that was always the kid that when you guys are going out and you guys are going to chill, she's always at school with her books. That's because when I left home to school, my parents told me, go and study and go and make it. So when I got to school as a child, I was very, very disciplined to the core. Whatever elders said, no matter whether they are my parents or not, I did it. So that's what I was told. So when I got to school, I was just studying. I was not doing anything else apart from studying, not even sports for that matter, but just books.
After grade 12, did you go to tertiary education, and tell us about that?
I'm actually very grateful and thankful because when I finished grade 10, I already had a scholarship for grade 11 and 12. That was from a mining company. Very thankful, and I appreciate. And after that, I always wonder what would have happened to me if I did not read like my parents said. So after that, things followed naturally, and I also got a scholarship or a bursary to study electronic engineering. This was from a telecommunications company, and I'm very thankful because it opened up doors for me to be who I am today. Now, that is education, but I believe in self-education. So after that, I was now looking for my passion. I went ahead and studied on my own information technology. That's a diploma, but there was still something missing. So that's why I went for self-education, because self-education will make you a living, and self-education will pay the bills, and self-education will make you a fortune. So after that, I went to study things which are not on paper, which is crypto, blockchain, investments, Bitcoin, etc., in that space, apart from tertiary.
Hearing your story, definitely it was not a walk in the park. Neither was it a bed of roses. You have had your share of life. You have gone through whatever it is that you have gone through. But I just love the fact that you don't feel pity for yourself. You don't look at yourself like I'm a victim or life is unfair for me. Throughout your story, you're actually kind of giving us a picture of an optimist. And I just love that. Looking at your story, skimming throughout your lifetime, what lessons can you tell somebody out there?
Tough question. The lessons that I can tell somebody out there is that you are enough. Mm-hmm. You've already got everything within you,
yes,
to take you to the next level. Mm-hmm. Now you just have to go and act. You just have to go and do it. Well, when you start, it might not be perfect, it might not be the best, but everything that you ever need to become a success is already within you. You just have to make that point and start. In fact, start today, not tomorrow, mm-hmm, not next year. Start now, mm-hmm, however imperfect you are.
And I'm getting one thing out of what you just said. Like, we all have something that we're passionate about. We all have something that just stands out, something that is effortlessly, and we just have to identify it and develop it.
100%. Whatever you do effortless, and many other people struggle to do it. Mm-hmm. That's your passion. Just keep doing it.
Yes.
No matter what, just keep doing it. I saw Nas Daily. I don't know if you guys watch Nas Daily. He's this blogger that started doing videos. Mm-hmm. And he said at first he thought he's this ugly and he can't do videos. Mm-hmm. Then he just decided, I'm going to show my ugly face. Mm-hmm. And look, now he has over 6 million followers.
Wow.
So just do it.
Well, what advice would you give someone out there who's probably looking at their situation and saying, what good can really come out of me? And is it the verge of giving up?
Someone that is at the verge of giving up. You are probably giving up because something did not work out for you. Mm-hmm. You're probably giving up because something bad happened to you. And you are probably giving up because you think you are not worth it.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about numbers. Okay, and all my problems, I solve them with numbers. It's the matter of probability. All right. If you want to give up on jobs, my secret strategy is numbers. How? Make sure that each and every day you apply for a job. Every day. You can walk to the library, you can ask for a neighbor's phone, you can ask your cousin that's working where to email or whatever. There'll always be another way. Mm-hmm. If you apply for a job each and every day, that is 30 applications per month. And for the year, that is 365 applications for a year that you have done. Mm-hmm. So if you are at the verge of giving up, forget about everything, forget about the emotions, and just play the numbers game. Whatever you want to give up on, try the numbers. If you are giving up on business, okay, try this business and try another one and try another one and try another one. Believe me, if you do this each and every day for 365 days, there'll be a solution. You don't need to give up. But you give up because you only try once, you try the second time, and you probably try the third job and you're like, ooh, the jobs are not for me. For me, that's my secret strategy, numbers. I just do it more. Because what you lack in skill, Jim Rohn, the quote by Jim Rohn, what you lack in skill, you can make up in numbers, and that's the magic of it. So another person can be a good chef, and you don't have that skill. What do? Numbers. You cook and you cook and you cook again and you cook again until you become an expert.
What advice do you have for someone who's out there using their circumstance or their situation as an excuse not to come out and doing the best for themselves?
I believe in momentum. Mm-hmm. All right, momentum is keeping on going, and momentum has worked for me so well in my life, and I can actually give you many examples. Mm-hmm. So if you are doing nothing, if you are living in a ghetto and you have your phone and you just say, I can't do it because I'm here, then the next thing will not happen for you. Mm-hmm. All right. There was a time I flew to South Africa because I'm a seminar junkie. I love seminars, I love learning, that's where I learn. And I met a guy called Nick Vujicic, the guy born without arms and no legs. So he was actually there to inspire us that if this guy with no arms and no legs can do it, can preach, can make money, can motivate people, can inspire people, what about you? You have 2 arms and 2 legs. He does not even have 1. However, because of me being there, that's now being in the momentum. Because of me being there, that's when I met other people in the online space, how to create ebooks, how to create blogs, how to do etc. Because I was already there. And because I was already there, when I came back, I also met other people. Why? Because I've been there. So it's being in the momentum, meaning with whatever you have, whatever little you have to start. And when you start, that's when things will improve for you. You want to do videos, you've got a phone, start with your phone. And if you don't have a phone, there's always another way. Go to your neighbor, they have a phone. Ask for the phone and use it. And when you do that, because people saw this one video of yours, there'll be another video and another video and another video. So be in the momentum, be rolling. It's like a car. If the car does not start, it will never reach the other end. It will never reach where it's going. So you have to keep going. The motor should keep running. Then only you will reach that. So start with whatever you have, wherever you are, as much as you can.
How and when did you realize your passion on cryptocurrency? And you decided that, look, I'm going after this thing and I'm going to make the most out of it.
I love that question. It's actually making me think why. Because there are so many things that I could have done. I was a hairdresser and I also had a perfume business, etc., etc. Well, I realized that there's a lot of things that you can do and almost everything makes money. However, when it comes to cryptocurrency, you have the freedom. You can do it from anywhere, anytime, with anyone. Alright, that means I can be in Karibib and I'll be doing my business. I can be in Okahanja, I'll be doing my business. I can go on vacation and I'll be doing my business. Now, because of the freedom of doing it anywhere, anytime, anyhow, that's why I chose cryptocurrency. I mean, you can even do cryptocurrency or online business in your bedroom, in your pajamas, and still make money. But most jobs, you have to wake up, dress, look the part before you can make the money. This is different. That's why I chose it.
Well, Sonda, if someone is interested in your .com lifestyle book, or they're interested in your cryptocurrency business, how do they locate you?
To locate me, just go on Facebook, search Sonda Kaluka, then you send me a direct message, whether it's the book or crypto or whatever, etc. And I'm very fortunate. I just came from a trip in Cape Town where I met a guy that owns Crypto University. This is a university where people go and learn about crypto. You don't need to be, it can be anybody, a banker that just wants to know knowledge, somebody that wants to invest, somebody that just wants to do it on their own, a government that just wants to study. So you just go to Crypto University and you watch video per video per video per video in simple terms, learning what crypto is all about. This is a very legit business without you giving your money to the next person. Alright, by doing it yourself.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for sharing your story. I am walking away with a couple of lessons, and I'm actually just glad you accepted my invitation to There Is Hope. And I just want to say, well, Sonda, you are doing well. You are doing well for the nation. You are doing well for the next girl child. You are literally lifting up a lot of people. I've been following you for some time. You are the type of person that is not selfish to say, look, I'm going to make money and make money on my own. But you're literally saying, come and learn and let's make money together. And I just want to say, continue doing that, and I'm sure your blessings will come your way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, this is Ndalenga and this is There Is Still Hope. Please, if you are not a subscriber yet, do subscribe and become part of the family. Thank you so much for your time. And to my subscribers, guys, thank you for watching. Till next time, I'm Ndalenga.
And I'm Sonda.
It's about that from us.
Thank you. Bye.